to understand that manufacturing is here to stay, that the sustainability revolution needs manufacturing. It needs to learn from manufacturing. We have improved in the UK our productivity by 400% in the last 30 years. That is a tool. We are good at getting better. We all know that energy cost, waste cost and water cost are increasing, but I would argue there's not yet a massive uptake of new thinking by manufacturers.
I think the next evolution of the revolution will be we look beyond our own factory and we look at the whole supply chain that creates that end product. And I think for manufacturing, that is the exciting opportunity, is how can we start to look not just at what we do, but what the whole value chain does, and find new ways to extract value from that.
So we've worked with a petrochemical company. They're looking at energy efficiency and waste initiatives. We were able to find 2 billion worth of NPV, net present value, that's 2 billion US, and along the way also identified 16 million tonnes of CO2 reductions there. So massive economic benefits along with sustainability.
One, for example, is we've reduced 500,000 road miles by reducing warehouse or by implementing a more efficient warehousing strategy across supply chain, as well as reducing the water consumption in Sitka by 20%. And by investing into innovative technology, we reduced the plastic amount in East Kilbride, which we're using in the 500 milliliter bottles. Coming to the humble 500 milliliter bottle, we reduced the height of the caps by a few millimeters. And this has actually saved 3,000 tons of plastic material.
Huge amount of business takes place, and all that comes in packaging. And all that packaging, most times, is thrown away. Why? Because in the total cost of that system, that delivery, the packaging is nothing, and everyone's too busy and it's not top of the list. We've worked with one supplier to say if we can, and we managed to change their packaging so that now we can take that packaging in a way that we can recycle it and actually use it in one of our products. So the question is, I think there are many, many more opportunities out there like that, but it's how do we build the capability to unlock them? So I think that's the challenge.
It would be no surprise to learn that Toyota have been down the same journey. Across 8 of their sites in Toyota Europe, they achieved zero waste to landfill. That's not a single kilogram going to landfill from 8 car manufacturing sites in 2007. They've been doing this for a very long time, using exactly the tools that have been referred to. In Burnaston, they reduced the energy it takes to make a single car by 77% without a massive input of brand new technology or investment. And it's those sorts of numbers that can be achieved by really pushing these techniques to their limit.
So collaboration with suppliers. I mentioned Tesco earlier. So Tesco are working with their top 1,000 suppliers to achieve a 30% carbon reduction goal in their supply chain. They've realised that having reduced their own energy demands in their operations, significantly saving hundreds of millions of pounds, there's a much bigger energy efficiency opportunity in their supply chain, probably tenfold actually, if they can help their suppliers, who are all manufacturers, to achieve greater energy efficiency.
What we're doing throughout the Olympics is basically taking all the clear bottles of the Olympics, send them through to the recycling center, then convert them into pellets. These pellets, plastic pellets, are being sent to our manufacturing plant in Wakefield. And within 6 weeks, from the used clear bottles to new bottles, it's a fully closed loop which is in our hand on where the PET materials of the Olympics go. And I think that's really the power of collaboration.
There's quite a substantial opportunity here, and it manifests itself in different ways. It could be a growth opportunity, an efficiency opportunity, supply chain collaboration along an industry value chain. It manifests itself over different time horizons. So what you've actually got here is quite a complex landscape of opportunities. What that's crying out for is an effective method or effective way of sharing best practices, ideas, learnings with each other, building in new educational approaches and and knowledge there, as the value of this as an exercise will be much, much greater the larger the number of companies that we can have contribute information.